So, Steve, you saw
Alien
3? Okay, I didn't know who saw what. Okay, and then, Charlie, you saw Predator 2 then.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so those are the two movies. It's an AVP. Mm-hmm. It's an AVP week because Alien Covenant is coming out the weekend of this recording. So they got to try to tell me.
Which they just had a Rick and Morty Alien Covenant commercial.
Oh, really? I need to see that then, I guess.
I saw Most Valuable Primate. Shit.
Well, he's
not again.
Not even Most Vertical Primate.
And I saw Air Bud 5.
Well, you're stupid for making that mistake.
All right, well, I mean,
No,
Steve wins.
That was...
You didn't see Most Vertical Primate?
I saw Beethoven.
This cold open is too long. Let's hear about these movies.
Are you ready for Movie Versus? Welcome to Movie Versus, the podcast where we pin two terrible movies in an all-out battle for the best of the worst. Here are your hosts, Tyler Lamb, Charlie Pixley, and Steve Janik. All on Movie Versus!
Hey, everybody, my name is Tyler Lamb. This is Movie Versus, the podcast in defense of bad movies. And I am joined by, not as always, but most often...
Yeah, more often than somebody else here.
Steve Janik. Steve, how you doing?
I'm all right. I have a sore throat, but I'm trying to make it through.
Yeah, you got a little sore throat spray.
Sore
You've been
throat
just
spray.
kind of deep throating that.
Yeah, because I don't want to cough into the microphone.
just spray that into the microphone, and everybody knows.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were actually gonna do it. I was like, "Whoa, don't."
Oh, De Rooney.
And then that was Charlie Pixley, my other co-host. What's up, Chuck?
Nothing. Just ready to gab.
What? Well, what's up, dog?
Talk shop.
What is up, dog?
Got him. And on this episode, as you heard from the Long Cold Open, this is a AVP episode. So we got Alien 3 on Steve's corner, and then Predator 2 in Charlie's corner. And they are both massaging the necks of their foes. Well, no, not...
No, someone's massaging our necks.
Well, no, I figured you were massaging
I'm
Alien's
massaging,
neck.
Oh. I'm massaging a xenomorph.
And, yeah, you got a xenomorph.
Oh,
you got
I
a
thought you
predator.
meant we were going against each other, so we were massaging each other's necks.
Just like, it's okay, you can do it. Yeah, I guess I'm the one. It always feels weird when I'm the one who is the judge because I'm so used to giving away the reins of the podcast, but I'm holding them. I'm
firmly.
I'm like Santa on this sleigh ride through the night.
We couldn't be further away from that reference being relevant than we are right now.
I mean, we could. If it was like the day after Christmas, wouldn't that be the furthest possible?
No, because it's still close on one end. You gotta be halfway around to be the furthest away.
That's if you look at time like that.
Dickhead. Yeah,
Any-
it's a flat surface, dude.
Once you go halfway through the forest, you're just going back out again.
Anyway, I just want to know. I feel like it's the only one I don't really know the plot to. Steve, what? Well, anyway, hold on. No, before I do that, in this podcast, we try to make bad movies sound good to somebody who didn't see the bad movies, and they have to pick the movie they think that sounds better. So I'm in the hot seat right now. Steve and Charlie each saw bad movies, and by bad we mean less than 60% on Rotten Tomatoes, and we go from there. Sometimes we're surprised, sometimes we're not.
Usually not.
And
Lately,
like I said, we got Alien 3 and Predator 2 because Alien Covenant is coming
I don't know.
out.
Hey, it sounds like Steve's got a one-up on me.
Boo!
I was stunned to silence by that terrible joke.
I turned away.
Did
Steve, Alien 3. Let's go.
Okay, so Alien 3 picks up after Alien 2, of course.
What? What? There is no Alien 2.
Oh, after Aliens.
Oh, okay.
I apologize. I haven't seen Alien or Aliens. so
you've
there's
only,
that.
At this point, is the only Alien franchise movie.
No, he's seen AVP, right?
I've seen AVP.
Okay, so
He's seen the
I've
important
seen
ones.
I've seen AVP, and I think I've seen partial parts of Resurrection.
Oh my God, I thought you were gonna say Requiem of AVP Requiem.
No, I didn't.
I would rather watch Resurrection than Requiem.
After
Not me.
AVP, after the first AVP, I didn't watch AVP.
Well, no, I guess Requiem is bad enough that it's entertaining. Where Resurrection is bad enough that you're like, oh my God. Like if Resurrection was a little bit worse, it would be more entertaining.
It's in that sweet
So
spot.
you haven't seen Prometheus?
No.
Okay, so you Jesus. Okay. So you've seen 2 or maybe 3. You said, did you see Resurrection?
I've seen bits and pieces of Resurrection.
So you've only seen 2 Alien movies all the way through, and one was AVP.
And
You've seen 1.5.
All right. AVP is the one where they're like,
I fucking love AVP.
and they're like, let's fuck the predators because they're our enemy of our enemy is our friend.
No, they fuck the aliens.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. That's when I
And
learned
that makes more sense because like the predators are more like
Yeah.
a culture,
I learned-
a civilization.
that's
the
where they-
aliens are just like
in that one, that's the one where they
mindless.
find out that the predators invented the xenomorphs as the
Yeah.
perfect sport.
Or they at least use them.
Yeah.
And I that's when I learned that phrase, enemy of my enemy is my friend, was from AVP.
Lucky
The
you.
first
I
one.
wish I would have.
And and you know, I
impressive,
mean,
actually.
they did make, like in the comic, because I think there was an AVP comic before the movies.
No, that was
And-
Archie versus Predator.
I knew you were gonna make a fucking Archie joke. The second you said no, I was like, okay, what is it? Archie what? Archie comics, we're doing it. I know it. But I know that the main girl like fucked one of the aliens, and then they had like an alien human hybrid that she birthed, and it like.
I do not recall.
I don't know.
Unaware.
I'm probably pissing
We
off
are-
some nerd somewhere. Honestly.
No, we should get back to the real cast.
Yeah.
That's your inner child.
Steve, Alien 3.
So it picks up at where aliens left
Okay.
off, and what
So it wasn't Game Over, man.
it was not Game Over, man.
Okay.
Contrary to Bill Paxton's belief.
R.I.P.
Anyway, so it starts off with the ship that's returning. It ends up, something goes wrong, and it ejects Ripley and everyone. I believe it was Ripley, Bishop, the girl from the end of Aliens, and one other guy, the captain.
Okay.
So they 4 were on it. The ship ejects their escape pod while they're in cryosleep, and it crashes on a prison planet. And so she wakes up. She's the only survivor. And so she's freaking out because she's like, I don't know what happened. I don't know if we brought a xenomorph here. What's going on?
So nobody said they were crashing the plane with
No
no
survivors.
survivors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they could have said it.
Yeah.
But they were lying.
So she's freaking out because she doesn't know if a xenomorph was on board and that's what caused the crash or anything like that. So she's trying to figure it out while not telling these prison people because she doesn't want to freak them out, and they probably will not believe her.
Okay, so
The
they're on a planet.
Yes.
Okay.
And is this one where she has the shaved head?
Yes.
All right. So
I
when
think she
somebody
has a shaved
found
head
her
in Resurrection as well.
when somebody found her in the crash, they're like, "Oh, we did expect one of you in the wreckage, brother."
No. And so
I think we've established in past casts that Steve, unless in the past, like since then, he has watched the opening to The Dark Knight Rises, that he's not going to get any references to any, because we've already made a couple, and he's just still.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
Been a while. All right, yeah.
So they eventually the xenomorph kills somebody, and then it starts killing more people. And throughout that time, they're trying to figure it out, trying to capture it, trying to kill it, but they don't have a lot of weapons because it's a prison planet. However, the prison planet was evacuated, but a majority, like 25 people, stayed because they wanted to stay there instead of going
For
to
what?
a different. Instead of going to a different prison planet.
Or I mean, why was it evacuated? Like, was it just
Money. Like, they were just running out of funds.
okay?
So, there's only like 25 guys there. They start dying off, and then you find...
Only 20... Like, hold on. Do we know this whole cast? Do they show all 25 people?
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's fodder.
I'm sure a lot of them die. Yeah.
No, like, most of them you don't even get names for.
Person 15.
So, throughout the thing, you also find out at some point that Ripley has a xenomorph in her as well. So that's worrisome.
I thought that was resurrection. Okay.
She might.
No. I'm just kind of talking to myself through the mic.
Okay. So then it's about them trying to get rid of the xenomorph, then hers, before the company gets there to extract the xenomorph because they want to use it for their biological weapons division.
Okay.
But the company's on the way.
Okay.
And that's the basics.
All right, so just holding off the xenomorph until the company comes.
Yep.
On a prison planet. All right. Directed by David Fincher.
Which I did read somewhere that David Fincher was not the original director, but he was brought in, and so then they like hyper micromanaged him.
Makes sense. I mean, it was a pretty big studio movie. You're talking Alien 3, and
Yeah.
pretty new director.
Yeah.
I'm sure that they're like...
I believe it was his first movie.
I think you're right. I'm not going to look it up.
God, no pressure. Jesus.
Yeah. Just continue this highly beloved franchise. Don't worry. We'll tell you what to do. We're producers. We know what's
We
right.
know everything.
So, speaking of producers knowing everything, Predator 2, Charlie, tell me about it.
Okay, so this movie takes place in L.A. I thought it was Chicago before him. But it's LA.
After me mentioning producers, I thought you were going to be like, well, Matthew Broderick.
Yes. So this movie takes place in
Mel
L.A.
Brooks.
and gangs are going crazy.
It's not New York?
No.
Oh, shit, so there's no...
Well, I was just saying I thought, no. But, okay, so
I got that one.
I didn't even,
Any
I
listeners-
finish it.
any listeners that have played Grand Theft Auto Online, Urban Warfare, that's
Ooh.
like what this movie is live action in the first 5 minutes, establishing the amount of gang violence in the street. They have like RPGs and just it's a
crap.
full out war zone, a full
Are
war
you sure
scene
you
with
didn't
like
accidentally watch RoboCop?
Well, that's to help like anybody who isn't aware. What Charlie is referencing is Grand Theft Auto Online, Grand Theft Auto 5 Online is it is a shoot first, ask questions later
Yes.
type of playing field. And there are times where there would be sections of the game that are just riddled with like RPG shots, AK-47 shot, helicopters coming,
Yeah.
in, jets, and then you got the cops in there as well trying to
Yes.
like kill the players. So I know that you, me, and then our past guest Javon Wallace would call it urban warfare because you just come in and you just see cars everywhere, lights and gunfire and explosions.
and that's
So
exactly what it is. I mean, cars are blowing up constantly. They even have like their own trenches built of broken down cars.
And General Motors
trench
is just
warfare.
like, oh yes, bring me more money.
it's
Oh, your car got blown up again? Come get a new
better
one.
buy American.
it's crazy that all the shit that's happening. And Danny Glover is kind of like an older police, probably captain, I think.
Is he too old for that shit?
Yes, and
Fuck
he
you,
really
Steve.
is.
That was gonna be
But
one of my-
apparently
Get
not.
it in.
That was going to be one of my
Apparently not.
questions.
He does a lot of physical stuff in the movie, but he always looks like he's about to have a heart attack.
But does
when
he
does
ever
it.
express the fact that his age is not
No,
comparable
he does
to
not.
the amount of things he had to put up with?
He does not. So then there's Bill Paxton's the new cop that's like hot on the scene and trying to make his place.
He's a
and
loose cannon.
Yeah, and so they're trying to do something about all this gang violence, and they notice that a lot of the bodies are getting
So
really
they form
mangled.
Their own gang
And they,
Called the LAPD.
to eliminate all other gangs.
and shit. Okay, so they start finding some of these bodies that are hung upside down and completely skinned, and they're like,
Holy
"Man,
shit.
well, think that's the predator doing it." That's
Yeah,
it.
and they're like the gangs have really taken this.
No.
The Latin Kings are off the chain.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I believe in the movie.
Maybe we shouldn't.
If I
fuck
remember
with
correctly, the gangs do some of that. So that's why they're like, well, they have started like upping their game as far as holy shit, they've
Skinning.
yes, and so that's why then they don't
And tanning.
they don't instantly assume that it's something like, oh, this must be some otherworldly monster.
Well, yeah. I mean, I feel like that's a leap of, but still.
Yeah, when you find a room with like 20 people upside down, all skin, your mind's gonna reach that.
You're
at
not
that
gonna, I
point.
wouldn't say it was otherworldly monster, but like, holy fuck! So
No, it's probably
who is this worldly monster that decided to skin all these motherfuckers?
the correct answer is Ed Gein.
I thought it was Geen.
I don't know.
Is
who
it
this
not?
is.
I don't know.
Who are you guys
It's
talking
like-
about?
Ed Gein's like the guy who
The serial
almost
killer.
every horror movie is based off
He's
of.
the serial killer that would like who furnished his apartment in the skins
Skin upholstery.
of the people that he killed.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre is based off
Guys,
of Ed Gein
no, that's a
murders and
Gale. Hot take.
So anyway, they start investigating, and then the FBI comes in, led by Gary Busey, who, by the way, I didn't even... Hey, dude. Well, he's not... He doesn't lead the whole thing. He's just like the local
No, but
agent
like-
or whatever.
but
They just tell him he's at the.
But anytime you're like Gary Busey, FBI, it's gonna be a good
Well,
day.
Honestly, though, this guy... I'm not joking. I'm not lying or anything. I didn't even recognize him at first because of his hair was done.
and he
where
wasn't
it's, like,
holding,
combed over.
and he wasn't holding a lighter to his hand, and he was like,
No.
"I feel no pain."
No, he really was like normal. It's like, holy shit, what happened, dude? But
By the way,
so-
that happens in Lethal Weapon. That's his character. His character just sits there with a fucking lighter
yeah.
above his, like over his hand, and I was like, "Wow, they just said, do you, Gary Busey?"
So he's coming in and trying to
pre-car
take
accident, I'm
over.
assuming.
You can tell that they know something, like that they've been tracking something
Mm.
for a while, and they know that these skinned bodies are a sign of not your normal stuff. So Danny Glover's like, this is bullshit. I want to know what this is, trying to figure it out and get going for himself and do something to just try and stop all the violence. So he and his partner go out and do their own research, and as the Predator keeps tracking people down and killing all these gang members, and then eventually the Predator kills his partner, and it becomes personal for Danny Glover.
Oh yes.
Does he say
Now
this
it's
just
personal.
got personal?
No.
Charlie
He said,
loses.
this has become intimate. So then it's about him going out personally to find the Predator and just figure out, first of all, what the fuck it even is. So it's him versus the FBI versus the Predator. It's like all three of them are
versus the
going
Latin
after
Kings
each other. Yes.
versus the
The Latin, whatever the Latin King's equivalent in this movie is pretty quickly taken
eliminated.
out. Yes.
because the Predator just shows up and murders.
Oh,
them.
so he's
Yes.
helping out the community.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, is that? Are you done?
Yeah, I mean, basically.
Okay, I was just
So
making
that's
sure.
that's what I would write for a
Yeah.
plot synopsis that doesn't have the ending.
So I'll just go right into this, Chuck. I just wrote it down. First off, is there any gang help to beat the Predator? It's just one Predator, correct?
Yes.
All right.
Do they need more?
Do the gangs help at all? Well, I mean, if Adrian Brody's involved, yes, they do need more.
Fair enough.
No, they all pretty much get owned. Like
Skinned and hung up upside down.
yeah. Danny
why-
Glover puts up a better
Why
fight
does
by
he
himself.
skin them?
I don't know. That's just what
Trophies.
predators do.
Do they?
Hmm?
Oh, I don't remember that from the first one. Oh, okay.
That's the first thing they see, like in the jungle. Is like, what the fuck?
Well,
Or
all I
however
remember is-
Schwarzenegger
is-
says that shit.
All I remember is what's his name getting his arm chopped off and what's his name? Fucking the
Is
the
it
guy who
Jeff-
was in Arrested Development.
Jeffrey Tambor?
No, not yeah. Jeffrey,
Oh,
Jeff-
Carl Weathers.
Yeah,
Carl
there
Weathers.
you go,
Oh,
Carl
okay,
Weathers. Like,
gotcha.
yeah, Jeffrey Tambor and fucking Predator.
That was Michael Cera.
I know. And yeah, no, Carl Weathers, because they showed that shot every single time. They talked about Carl Weathers, him getting his arm chopped
Gotcha.
off. And also the Dylan, you son of a bitch.
Yeah,
we
yeah, famous scene.
we still do that amongst friends. Well, no, amongst Sam specifically from the our Sexy Cousin podcast. Sexy Cousin? Is that what
No, that's
we're-
what we agreed
Is that
on.
what they are?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, from Three Wise.
The Forbidden Fruit.
We will greet. We will. I don't know about you, Charlie, but I will either greet him with a Dylan, you son of a bitch, or I'll do the Caesar kneel down and ask for permission.
Yeah.
So no, you're
I was just say so the gangs don't help at all. They pretty much are too busy killing each other. There's one time where a dude stops and he sees the Predator and he tries to take his dual Uzis because everybody has dual guns in this movie that is a gang member because that's just what they do.
I mean,
of
why-
course.
if I was in a gang, I would have two.
And he's
guns
like
at
holding
least.
them in the holsters at his waist with them not pointing in the same direction, just suppression firing out.
Yeah.
And he just gets like blown up by the Predator.
and then
Well, and Danny Glover's shooting him too, because Danny Glover thinks he's just firing into the air, so he's like, "Oh fuck!" So he gets shot by both of them.
wait, Danny Glover shoots the gang member.
Yeah, from below, and the Predator was up above him, but he
doesn't
saw the Predator.
see the Predator.
So he
okay.
thinks he's just like crazy firing the guns up there. But the gang members just keep taking like handfuls of coke and just going, and then like,
So they're having a good time.
yeah, I guess you're going out with a bang for sure.
I mean,
Uh,
I'm down with that. That's a lot.
Shit, if I saw a Predator, I'd take a handful of coke too.
But you would never
no,
see
this
the
was
Predator.
beforehand.
They have active camo.
Shit.
No, you can see that shit. That camo ain't that good.
Well then, okay, you're right, Steve. Then I just need to start taking a handful of cokes just in case a predator's about to kill me. I'm never gonna see him.
Guys, I thought I saw.
Anytime.
I thought I saw a Predator.
You never know if he's coming. Give me that coke.
Where did you get the money for a powder of a pound or like a pile of cocaine that you can take handfuls from?
I don't know, dude. I mean, why are you asking these questions when you can turn around, open that closet, and see that it's gonna be like
I know
comical.
you have it. I'm
it's
asking
gonna be
how you
comical
got the money
style
for it.
where you open that closet and the coke is just gonna pour out an avalanche over you.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I have to tell you how I get my money?
I'm just amazed because
lot-
that would be millions and millions of dollars.
Charlie, you
got
got
a
a lot of
hook-
questions for not being the host this week.
Yeah, I
Yes.
got a hookup, Chuck. Are you a cop? What is this?
No. But tell me where the next party will be.
As long as you tell me where your badge is.
Sure.
Is your
Oh wait, what?
is your hookup Medi Ian?
Yeah, Medellin is my hookup, as in Vinny Chase from
Yes,
Entourage,
Pablo Escobar.
the star of Medellin. So what is this? What are we doing on this podcast? Oh yeah, xenomorphs. Steve, how many are there?
Technically, there are two.
Okay.
There's
Oh, I thought there was just one. All right.
there's one that a facehugger hits like a yak or an oxen that they keep.
Oh,
And-
so the movie, there's not a pre, like the xenomorph comes off of a facehugger.
yes.
Okay.
So
I thought because I think in Aliens there's already just multiple aliens.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
so-
remember either. I mean, the first one not xenomorph, facehugger to xenomorph, and then I thought the second one multiple just fucking about.
no, so yeah, so in this one, there's a facehugger gets like an oxen that they have, and they're gonna kill it and chop it up for stew, but they leave it there, and then the xenomorph births from it.
Baby, you got a stew going.
Yeah. And then through the course of the movie, we find out that Ripley has a xenomorph in her. So we never see
Yeah, she does.
we never see that xenomorph. It's just, I guess, incubating at the time.
Proper term is cooking.
Okay, so
Gestating.
the whole movie, you know that she has a xenomorph in her, but it never comes out.
You find out, like, you get confirmation that she has one in her probably about halfway through the movie,
Okay.
and then it never comes out.
All right. Okay. Does she tell anybody that she has a xeno cooking in the oven, a bun in the oven?
The chief medical officer finds out because no, not the chief medical, the guy who's in charge finds out because she has to have him run the machine. So he's like,
Okay.
you got one in you. She's like, I'm gonna need you to freeze frame that. So she comes out and sees it, and then like some other people find out throughout the movie
All right.
They're probably all cool with it.
because she's like, I've got to die.
That's all good.
Well, she's like, I've
gotta
got to die.
Sometimes you just gotta fuck. Like, it's all good. Steve is shaking his head.
No, she keeps telling. She tells some people that she's got one inside her, and they're like, "Well, we need your help to kill the other xenomorph first. So as soon as we have him dead,
then we'll
deal with you."
Fair enough. Alrighty.
Because of course, Ellen Ripley is still a badass.
Yeah. No. So
We
Ripley
wouldn't have to kill her. I mean,
Ripley
you
is
just
like continuously like her character is always a badass. Like those, I think that those movies kind of, especially 3 and Resurrection, kind of try to. I can't think of the word, but they're just like leaning on the fact that Ripley is such a good character and she's such a badass. They're like, well, I mean, we can just throw her into this situation, right? And it's cool. Everybody will love it. And it's, no.
No, just because the character's cool doesn't mean the movie's cool.
Yeah, exactly. So, Charlie, I have here in my notes just now from you describing it, I have a Danny Glover how. So, how is Danny Glover v. Predator work out, especially in an urban warfare? Because, I mean, we got Schwarzenegger rubbing himself over in mud so he doesn't show up on the thermal scanner.
Yeah, but I think that's what he knows in the city is what Danny Glover knows.
Okay.
So Danny Glover tricks him into coming into the house and hits him with a paint can.
With a what?
A paint can.
Oh, they said with a pancake.
I thought you said pancake, too. It's like that's a fucking hard pancake that you're...
But it's a delicious assault.
Is that what they charge you with?
Yes.
Yeah, you're
Well, okay,
you're
so-
under 1 count of delicious assault.
I mean, Danny Glover for most of the movie is just trying to figure out what it even is, and then once he eventually gets a little too close, and
To the Predator?
no, to like
Emotionally.
the next scene,
And the Predator's like, don't stand so close to me.
Gary Busey and the FBI are they capture him more or less, and are like, hey, if you're gonna be a part of this, we want you to observe, at least stay in like the operations center. You can help us out or whatever, but we don't want you out in the field because we're all trained specifically for this. They got the suits that like reflect body heat or prevent it from being
Right.
seen. They have these cryogenic guns that they're gonna try and freeze it. And they want to capture him so they can take the technology and stuff. Understandably so, because the technology is fucking awesome.
Yeah, way beyond ours.
Yeah. So they do their own damage to him that kind of levels the playing field a little bit. And then it's Danny Glover fighting a somewhat wounded Predator, which is still very difficult.
It's all a Predator.
So I do like that you said Gary Busey and the FBI,
Yeah.
because that makes it sound like
Just Gary Busey on his own.
Yeah,
Like a sweet boy band.
which is also more believable than Gary Busey being a part of the FBI.
Are you guys going to the next concert?
He surprised
by
me
Gary
in this.
Busey
Gary
and the
Busey
FBI?
and the FBI. Hey, yeah, band name. Anybody who's a Gary Busey and the FBI, do it. Well, then how? Okay, so the FBI knows about the Predator.
Yeah,
is it
because they reference the first movie in it. They're like, this
Okay.
happened, here, because remember there was that huge fucking explosion, and they say like it
Oh, yeah,
leveled
'cause they
60 city blocks. It's like
Holy shit!
I know
They were in the fucking jungle.
the rainforest or something. Yeah,
Yeah, and
the
it's still.
Well, no,
like,
it's
oh
the
my-
equivalen of 60 city
Yeah.
blocks. So they're like,
Oh,
you
okay.
can't, so
I
we
thought you were
can't-
saying. I was like, Jesus.
from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
No,
was.
that's like all. The whole equator's fucked.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit! It leveled 60 city blocks and it was still in the jungle.
No. So they're probably like, we can't let that happen.
Correct.
In the actual city.
And they want the technology too. They want to
I mean,
prevent
of
it
course.
and also get
it's
get it.
it's 2 birds, 1 stone.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll give you another question, Chuck, that I just kind of thought of. What? So, is there a reason as to why this predator came to this city?
Yeah, so when they reference the first movie, they actually say that there were several other incidents alongside that, different areas. They named a few spots in the Middle East and some other things of all relatively recent history of hot zones that where there's like some either local civil war going or something. And I think in the jungle, remember, there was like
America Civil War.
there was like those, I don't even remember, it's been so long since I've seen it, but there were
just
some bad
watched it
people doing
today.
Predator.
No,
Oh, okay. I was
Doing
I
some
was
shit
like,
in the jungle, some
Yeah.
fucked up shit. So that it's revealed slowly throughout the movie that they just go there, and because they're essentially just it's like kind of like Kraven from Spider-Man. They just look for the most important game or the most dangerous game and go after and try to kill them and see if they can find anything that is their
most
equal.
challenging.
So they've gone after there, and that one obviously got killed by well, no, I guess he killed himself, but Schwarzenegger was a good foe for him. So
it's kind of like that dude from. I mean, Steve, you'll probably get this reference. I don't think Charlie will. That guy from One Punch Man.
Exactly.
Yeah, that guy. He's destroying multiple.
So you finished it?
So I didn't. I watched the last 2 episodes because landlord Kevin finished it. So I missed. I saw the first episode and I watched the last 2 episodes.
So this gang war is so large in LA now that it was enough to warrant a predator coming here because
That's
it's
actually
just
kind of impressive.
all out chaos. I mean, they're trying to get the military is practically on its way at that point, but the FBI is holding it off to try and capture it because they don't want any intervention from them yet. They want
The predator.
Yeah.
You said capture it.
Yes.
Okay.
So they don't want the military there yet to shut it down because they want the predator to come there.
Where are these bodies hanging?
Just like one of the top drug bosses' penthouse
Oh,
apartments.
in a house. I was
Yeah.
imagining from like a highway, like a freeway.
Huh.
Okay. Well, Steve, earlier we talked about how there were 25 people in this prison planet. First off, that's a small amount of people for a
Well,
planet.
no, because it was a much larger operation. But then they moved people off. But there were these 25 guys. They kind of created their own they became very religious, and they were like, we just want to stay here. And so then they left 2 people to be in charge, one of them to be a medical officer, and the rest are just there.
Okay.
It's a very small group.
So, the question is there a scene of just mass murder by the xenomorph?
Yes.
How many are we talking?
It's kind of hard to say. It's probably he probably kills half in one shot.
Oh, shit.
during one, because what they're doing is they decide that they have this room. I can't remember what it was for. It was for storing explosives or something, but it's basically just full room is all 6-inch steel all the way around it. So they open that up, and they're just going to basically cover all of the vents where it's been kind of moving around. They're just going to cover all those with this flammable stuff, light it all on fire, and just drive it towards this room, and then lock it in. So while they're doing that, the xenomorph at some point is like, hey, maybe I should kill all these dudes. And just starts picking guys off one by one while they're trying to set up for this ambush.
All right. So you'd say about half of the people.
And then later on they have to do some trapping again.
That's still a good amount of characters.
They have to do some more trapping, and then
12 and a half.
more die off then.
Okay. All right. So you got at least 2 scenes of just xenomorph mass murder.
Correct.
Okay. Also, another question I have over here is, what's her name? Ripley. She straight up fucked a xenomorph?
No, I think because she was in hypersleep or cryo sleep. I think she might have got xenomorph. I think she might have got facehugger.
Face? How? Because aren't they in a?
But during the crash, she kind of gets ejected. So it could have. So while she's knocked out from that, still recovering from hypersleep, and they haven't found her yet, she could have got face hugged, and then it got in the way.
Okay. I think that I've got. I already asked you about that and that. I think at this point, I just kind of want to hear about some final thoughts, some stuff you guys wanted to touch on that I didn't bring up or whatever. So Charlie, we heard Steve for a little bit. What do you got, Charlie?
I got some notes and stuff too. So I would say where my movie succeeded a lot in is that it's a fun movie of the times, and that even if you took Predator out of it, it would have a lot of the same shit in it that it's I'll explain with the examples I have.
There's a scene, I know I'm kind of cutting you off and this is different, but there is a scene that spawned this whole debate where they were on the Predator ship and there were xenomorph bones.
There's one xenomorph skull at the end,
yeah.
And then other species too.
But the xenomorph skull comes across, and that's when everybody was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
Alien versus Predator.
Which is a cool scene because Danny Glover, well, it's the end, but Danny Glover does end up killing the Predator on its own ship before it's kind of like gone
That's
back.
pretty dope.
Yeah, because he cut off. Okay, so at one point, the Predator is about to kill him in a similar situation to the first movie where he's Predator's hanging onto a ledge and Danny Glover is he's holding on to Danny Glover's arm.
Okay.
And he can't, Danny Glover can't let go.
Are you sure it was his arm or his penis?
It's impossible to tell. But Danny Glover, can't let go because he's holding onto his forearm, and the Predator activates his time bomb, and then Danny Glover takes his
But he accidentally activated it for the past, so it blew up 3 days ago.
He takes his blade and he cuts right through the bomb, so it just deactivates.
Okay.
That's not how bombs usually work.
He said, what?
You just cut the bomb in half.
Okay, I thought you were
no, the bomb's fine.
Said
It's not going to blow up anymore.
I thought he said
depending on what kind, yeah.
I thought you said you cut the arm in half.
Yeah, but it is his arm. I mean, it's like the fucking bomb.
Oh,
it's
you're saying the bomb.
entire
Okay,
length of his arm.
Yeah,
and he's like, dun, 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 like
for some reason, I was thinking of like
a fucking power glove.
I was thinking of the bomb from, I can't even think of the name of the bomb, but that like Leia uses when she's dressed up as the bounty hunter in Return of the Jedi.
Thermal detonator.
Thermal detonator. There you go. Wow, I cannot believe that I couldn't remember a thermal detonator.
Gross.
Yeah, I know. Shit, just fucking find a new host. Fuck, I couldn't.
Find a new hope and watch it,
so
anyway, you'll learn these things.
He cuts the Predator's arm off, and then the Predator falls down from the building, so he has a head start on running away. Danny Glover eventually catches up to him on his ship. The only reason he can catch up to him is because the Predator's obviously damaged at that point, and he had been shot multiple times.
This is something I don't remember. I'm not sure on. Do predators, are they like reptiles? Can they regrow limbs?
No, in this one he actually goes into the bathroom and takes some gel, which they use in
Hold on, the predator goes into the bathroom.
With some gel?
They're fighting on like an apartment building, so he falls into like just whatever room he busts.
Does he look into the mirror?
No, but
okay.
he takes the gel and it basically just cauterizes his wound,
Okay.
and then he puts it on like his body, and he's yelling the whole time. So people in the apartment complex are like, "What the fuck?"
I was just imagining him looking into the mirror and then like opening the medicine cabinet and being like,
Get some aspirin.
No, but a lady is standing outside the bathroom door with a broom
and fixing his hair,
ready to
His dreads.
she's saying like, "There's somebody in the bathroom," and then the Predator eventually is ready to go, so he just busts down that wall with the door in it, and then he's running through to the next door and just punches that whole wall down and keeps running, and she's like, what the fuck, and Danny Glover then falls in through the bathroom window chasing him, and he comes in and she's like, who are you? And he goes, don't worry, I'm a cop. And she just goes, I don't think he gives a shit. The Predator, that is.
Right. Yeah.
So he follows him onto the ship. They are fighting each other. He gets caught up in the web gun that like all predators have, but he has the blade thing in his hand, so he cuts out of there, and then the predator is using his camo to track him down. Danny Glover knows he's behind him, so he spins around and cuts them all up through the center. The other predators come out, and they're like, okay, well, they respect you then. If they obviously killed you, so they're like, well, we're not going to kill you, but we're going to let you go. We know that we could kill you because it's like 3 more predators, and who knows however many fucking more there are on the ship. But they're the 3 lead ones, so they that's when you see the shot of like the xenomorph skull and a bunch of other skulls. One of them looks like a dinosaur or a T-Rex skull with the mandibles of a predator, so who knows what the fuck it is. But I wish, like, maybe it's out there somewhere. I Googled afterwards, but I couldn't find anything conclusive as to what they
all
were.
the skulls were?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But then they also give him a pistol.
Like a predator pistol?
No, here's the
Who's
thing.
him?
Danny Glover.
Oh, okay.
They give him a pistol, and then when you see him holding it, it's an old flintlock pistol from like 1715 from some old, like some name in it of just like, oh, this is a thing I got from a former person who proved their worth, so now I'm giving it to you. It's showing that they've been coming to Earth for hundreds and hundreds of years and stuff like that.
So you think the prove your worth thing was referencing past predators?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, or them. I don't know what their lifespan is. They could be like, one predator could live for I don't know how long, 1,000 years.
But you still like because you're saying like I'm guessing Gary Busey handed over the pistol. Like who?
No, a predator handed Danny Glover one. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's just like AVP and stuff that.
Wait, hold on. I was not following you correctly then. So he confronts a group of predators?
No, he kills the predator on the ship, and then 3 predators come out and like, hey, you bested one of us. You're an equal now.
Okay. I misunderstood. I thought that like the FBI guys came on.
They're all not even in like the last 20
Okay, I
minutes
thought
of
you
the
were saying
movie.
that they were like, well, we don't know how many other predators there are.
No, I said me. They're saying
Okay.
like, we're not going
All
to
right.
kill you,
Okay.
but we could, but we're
Okay.
not going to because you're our equal.
All right. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay.
So
Shit,
yeah.
that's pretty fucking dope.
Yeah,
it is
it's
cool.
super
And then it's kind of known like, and then
I mean, it's all right.
Danny Glover's leaving, and the one of the FBI guys comes in with a helicopter because they just found out where they were, and he's like, "What the fuck? You let him go away and stuff." And Danny
He's like,
Glover,
I was gonna stop him.
Danny Glover also, he's just like, "You'll get another shot. Like they'll be back and stuff," and just walks away from him. But that's the ending part. So
The way you said that though, I can also kind of hear Danny Glover saying, "You'll get another shot."
Yeah, more or less. And then I got a bunch of like moments and stuff, but I can let Steve go for a bit, so I'm not just going through all these.
Yeah, we can go back and forth for a bit. Steve, what do you got? Let's hear some final thoughts. Let's hear a wrap up here.
So, I mean, for me, like definitely, as always, the highlight is the fact that Sigourney Weaver as Ellen Ripley is one of the best and most iconic strong female characters in essentially all of sci-fi history.
Just strong. I mean, her character is iconic.
Yeah,
Like,
pretty
that's-
skinny.
God damn it.
Okay.
So,
Strong.
but like,
Get it? Like not a lot of muscle.
well, so the whole prison planet, these guys specifically, they are
Yeah.
they're the guys that have double Y syndrome.
I don't know. What that
Okay,
is.
so normally a guy has an X chromosome and a Y chromosome.
Yeah.
Occasionally you
Bigot.
accidentally get an XYY male.
Yeah.
And they have like higher testosterone, like they get crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never. Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
Yep.
I've never heard of that.
It's like very rare.
It's
though.
incredibly rare.
Really? Yeah. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. So they tend to have like aggression issues because they're producing so much testosterone
Yeah.
and additional hormones and stuff.
Gary
so,
Busey is one.
So all the people on this planet are that, and so
And Mel Gibson, I'm guessing.
He's just triple Y.
I am Mad Max.
So of course they're all crazy and insane, and they've been on this planet for who knows how long without a woman, and so they're all just like, hey, a lady, and so she just
Let's try to fuck her.
Boing, boing, boing.
so Ellen just she's like, I don't care, like she just is doing her
Oh
thing. She
shit!
does-
Ellen is on the planet.
Sorry, Ripley is just walking around.
Let's get you on my show. We'll talk about how you have 2 chromosomes.
And like some of the guys, they attack her. Some of them want the sex, and some of them just were like, hey, someone to kill.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say someone just.
Hey,
wanna
that's
cuddle.
more admirable.
I thought you were gonna say someone just want to cuddle. Like I just want get here. Oh, this feels
her
great.
dead body.
but I mean, and she holds her own. Like these guys attack her, and she just kicks their asses.
Yeah, I think if you could kill a fucking xenomorph,
Yeah,
you
I mean,
fucking
at that
kill
point,
almost
even,
anything.
I think it's more of at that point too. You think in your mind, you're like, I fucking killed a xenomorph. Like I don't give a fuck what you have to.
Right. And this is the time, like at this point, she's going to get the information from. She's going to get the android Bishop, or because he's dead. So she's getting him to like reanimate him to get information about how the crash happened and all that stuff. So she's being incredibly resourceful, kicking some serious ass, and then she finds out she's got the xenomorph, and she does what it's kind of like the early. Well, I believe 3 was probably the 90s, so I don't know if Terminator 2 was out yet or not.
Let's check. I have it pulled up here on.
But she kind of does, and I don't know.
92 was Alien 3.
And I don't know how they reconciled this for Resurrection. But at the very end of the movie, she does a combination of Terminator 2, Matrix sort of thing, where she just
Falls into the fire. Yeah,
she falls into the fire
seen that shot.
to kill the xenomorph, make sure it doesn't get out.
And she dies as well.
As far as that's how it ends.
Well, I'm just gonna answer your question about how they deal with it in Alien 4 by reiterating the subtitle, Resurrection.
Oh yeah, because isn't she just a clone of Ripley?
Something like that. It's dumb. In Alien 3, is that the one where she does the basketball shot? behind her back, or is that Resurrection?
It's got to be Resurrection because
Okay, it's Resurrection.
recall
Wow.
it.
Okay, so Steve is no. Do you have anything? Do you have extra stuff to add, and we can go to Chuck?
Oh,
about
there
his...
was a pretty funny scene where one of the first guys that sees the xenomorph
gets hard.
No, he goes. He's essentially crazy, and he starts like essentially praising the xenomorph as a god, and so he sees it come down and kill somebody else while he's tied up in the medical ward. He's like, she's so beautiful, and then because they trap her in the 6-inch steel thing, and he goes and lets her out again, and just lets that xenomorph run wild. And I thought that was a pretty interesting character who was like someone who just sees the power and is like, that's better than us.
Like worships
I should
it,
be. Yeah, I should follow that.
I gotcha. Charlie, you had some leftover stuff, and then I don't know if you have any leftover stuff, Steve, but this will give you a chance to kind of think of stuff if you had that. I will come back to you whether or not. Charlie, what did you have?
So I just have some moments that I wrote down that I particularly enjoyed that most of them aren't Predator moments. So stuff that I was saying earlier. Remember I said things that would make the movie that I enjoyed about the movie that even if the Predator wasn't in it, what I would like about that time and style of movie.
Okay. Just
some of the language and the way they looked, because I've never seen so many zoot suits in a movie before. Everybody is wearing.
So they were just throwing back bottles of beer.
Yeah.
And yeah, it looked like the club scene in The Mask.
And throwing a comb through their old black hair.
Coal black hair.
Coal black?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I've been living a lie.
Yeah.
I always thought it was old black hair.
No.
Close.
Oh, shit.
So, and I love...
Podcast is over. I need to go rethink.
I was going to say that I had the CD and read the lyrics, but then I was like, they're never going to believe that because it's not Hybrid Theory. Like they'll never believe that.
Well, it was CD. Before Hybrid Theory.
Actually, it might have been.
It 100% was.
Well, like,
so I agree. You were looking for your Hybrid Theory, and you found Zoot Suit Riot,
and that's what I listened to exclusively until Hybrid Theory came out. It all fits.
So apparently Charlie does not know Zoot Suit Riot. So.
No, I just know what a Zoot Suit is.
Riot. It's a stupid song. I don't even know who sings it. But it was
Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
Oh shit, that was the Cherry Poppin' Daddies?
Yeah.
It was in that time. Charlie, I don't know if this is gonna make me sound like a piece of shit, but because I'm only a few years older than you, but I don't know if it helps because I had an older brother, but it was like that time where ska was like in, like everybody fucking loved ska.
Posers.
And, yeah, Steve still loves ska. And yeah, Zoot Suit Riot was like fucking like it was always on. Like that's all I get. Zoot Suit Riot. Throw back a bottle of beer. I mean that's all I don't. If you don't know it from that, then
nope.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Moving on.
So we'll keep that in the podcast because
sure. Anyway, Danny Glover just tells somebody at some point, these police officers that are giving him trouble. He just says, "Fuck yourself," which is always funny to me when you don't say "go" in front of it. You just say, "Hey man, fuck yourself." But just stuff like his boss. He's like, "Hey, I need your gun and your badge. You know you're." There's too much collateral damage with you, but we also want you to keep helping us with this case." And with the most serious look in his eyes, he looks up at him, and he's like, "I know what you're doing." And they're like, "Oh yeah, what's that?" And he goes, "You're cutting off my dick and shoving it up my own ass." But dead serious. It's like, damn. And they're like, "Oh well, yeah, kind of."
Wait, they said yeah, kind of?
No, but they're like,
okay.
You know. So Bill Paxton.
They agree.
Fuck.
It's kind of like a Training Day thing with the relationship where Danny Glover knows how to work the streets and Bill Paxton just wants to like go out and like, well, you're fucking under arrest and blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, so this car pulls up, just tons of marijuana smoke coming out of it. There are like 8 people in it, all smoking weed.
How many marijuanas do you think they did in that car alone?
Lots. And Bill Paxton's first reaction, because it's clearly a gang car, it's got like all the
A
markings
bumper
and
sticker
stuff
that
like
says
that.
"We're
I
a
am
gang."
gang.
More than that. I mean, way more
So
than that.
3 bumper stickers that say "We are gang."
My son's an enforcer in the Latin Kings.
Well, it's just driving by on the
He's
streets.
the honor roll.
It's just driving by on the streets, and Bill Paxton just pulls out a gun and aims it at the person in the window, and Danny Glover's like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing?" They're just stopped at a
Shit.
stoplight.
Yeah.
And Danny Glover's like, "I'm gonna get some more information from him." They open up the door, and they know who Danny Glover is. It's one of those relationships with the cops where
Yeah.
like, "You don't have anything on us. We're too big for you to just come arrest us." So Bill Paxton's like, "Well, you want me to go with you?" And Danny Glover's like, "Nah." Nah. And the guy already in the car is like, "You want some ganja, man?"
Wait, so these guys are just Rastafari?
Yeah.
The classic LA.
Wait,
That's
and then,
one of the gangs.
And then he pulled down his helmet, and it was actually the Predator. His dreads fit into
No, but they
the...
all had like the like I don't know what. You
Oh,
call
so
that
that's-
thing.
that's-
That's one of the gangs.
the
But-
Rastafarians had dreads, so that's the Predator was killing them because of cultural appropriation.
I mean, they sounded like they were Jamaican, so
No, I'm just making a stupid joke about them being like we're the.
it
ones
was
with
just funny
dreads.
for him to be like, "Hey, dude, let's go smoke some weed." And so Bill Paxton's like, "Can I come?" He's like, "No, I got to do some more investigating." And he gets in the car and they drive off, and there's some laughing and such. As Bill
Wait,
Paxton,
no, he got in the car with them
yeah, because they were taking him to like their head person to get some more info and stuff.
and smoked some weed.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So when the FBI earlier, when I said that they capture him to tell him like, "Hey, you can help us, but you got to kind of stay. We don't want you out on the field. We want you to just be in the monitoring side of it, the operations side." Danny Glover is trying to escape at one point, and he walks up to these 2 guys and he puts his hands up, and then they're like, "Okay, and then he just knees them in the nuts instead, which I thought was hilarious, and takes their gun. But for him to just be like, "Oh, I'm helpless," and then they're like, "Oh, okay," and then for him to just knee him in the nuts. It was a critical hit. You find out one of the Predator's main weaknesses, which is
Knee in the nuts?
Danny Glover's shotgun, because everybody else's guns don't really work, but his does some damage. Let's see. Gary Busey is cut completely in half.
Holy shit!
Hold on.
That
hold
was
on.
important. You
Hold
got
on.
that in.
Yeah, it was.
Less-
I'm glad that Steve is aware of that.
Hold on, less than 1 minute after he comes back to life. So he comes back with like a half scarred face because there was some like fiery explosion where you think he's dead, and he's like, "Hey, you get out of here. I'll take care of this whatever it is." They don't call it really Predator. They're just like, "Whatever this thing is, I'll take care of it." Then he turns around and he takes about 3 steps forward, and the Predator just pulls out. He's already pulling out his disc thing and just kind of, and they're in a meat locker, so there's like 30 of the cows in a row, and just and Gary Busey just gets cut clean in half. And for the effects, it looks like somebody behind him just took a red bucket of paint, just all of it just out on the ground. But it was funny for him to be resurrected and then fucking cut in half, all within about 1 minute. So you think, oh, he's gonna hold him off for a while Danny Glover can escape.
Nah.
At one point, Danny Glover does try to call him one ugly motherfucker, but the Predator comes back to life to stop him before he can say motherfucker, and then the Predator says motherfucker because they can like train,
Yeah.
they get the voices and stuff. So then the only other note I have is when he's holding him off the ledge with the bomb, like I mentioned earlier, and he's like, "How do you like this now, pussy face?"
Wait,
and then,
hold on. Danny Glover says that.
Yeah, because he
Okay.
didn't have like
All
the.
right, I
he
was like,
didn't-
if the Predator said that, then
no, he didn't have.
competition over.
He didn't have the. Oh, hold on. Hold on. He didn't have. Hold on. He didn't have the advantage yet because he had the advantage when he said that because he wouldn't say that.
He was on the high ground.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He wouldn't have said that. He wouldn't have said that if the Predator was grabbing his forearm because he can't fucking do anything, either fall or help him back up. So it was before that happens, and he goes like, he says like, "How do you like this, pussy face?" And then the Predator, before he does like the switcheroo to grab him, he just goes, "Shit happens," and then activates his bomb while he switched arms and stuff.
So you're telling me that the Predator came back even though Danny Glover had the high ground?
He didn't really have high ground. He had only ground.
Oh, okay. It made it seem like he was above the Predator.
Yeah, I guess, but the other Predator wasn't on ground, so he's just like.
I got you. So neither of them were like planted feet on the. Okay, so it wasn't a Anakin Obi-Wan scenario.
Unfortunately not.
Okay. I got you.
But for the
Where if
Predator
you
to
were-
say shit happens was
I was
a
gonna
little
say,
funny.
if you were the Predator, you wouldn't. I don't know if you were Dan Glover, you wouldn't be like, "Don't try it, Predator."
It was cool seeing
You
the ending was
underestimate
cool
my
though.
power. Steve, do you have anything else to add? I feel like Charlie had a lot there for moments and scenes.
The only real important thing that I had was there was a really good scene of after she finds out she has the xenomorph inside her, Ripley goes and finds
masturbates.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, she goes and finds the other xenomorph and tries to get it to kill her because there's not a lot of weapons. So she basically just goes out and is hunting it down in the things and is like, "Come on, come kill me," because she knows she wants to die before it can mature. And
so she just straight up confronts the other xenomorph.
Yeah, and it will not kill. But she's like taunting it and poking it and trying to get it to kill her, and it just won't because it knows that there's a xenomorph in it in her.
Interesting.
And it was a really cool scene because it's dark and it's weird and there's all pipes and steam coming around, and she's got a. God damn it!
I was just raising my eyebrows.
She's got an iron bar and she's just antagonizing it, trying to get to attack her.
And how slow was the motion for when she jumped backwards into that fire pit?
Oh, so slow.
She actually crab walked backwards into it.
Because it's funny. I think
it was actually 5 hours of the movie.
I think that's the only scene from that movie I've seen is her falling backwards into the pit like she's she's Gollum falling into the pits of Mordor. All right, so I guess are you both good with what you want to say?
Yeah, I guess.
Yep.
So I guess I have to have final judgment.
Yes, you do.
Is that what I gotta do? Damn. All right. Well, Steve, I do. Man, I love the fucking Alien franchise, and I do, especially at the end there. You saying her trying to hey, fucking kill me, and the xenomorph is like, nah. Yeah. And that's cool. I like the whole.
The Lil Mouse says that.
I like the whole. I do like the whole dynamic between Ripley and the xenomorphs. Especially you adding that. I didn't know about that, but that even layers it, and I think that's what they were trying to do with those movies is kind of put a whole oh hey, these xenomorphs. They fight Ripley, but then Ripley kills them, and then they're like, "Oh, hey, it's Ripley. Peace out, bitch."
She's a real Master Chief.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that. We're not gonna fuck with Ripley, whatever. And then you saying that she's actually impregnated pretty much with a xenomorph. They're like, nah. Ripley with a xenomorph. That's gonna be the most powerful xenomorph ever. We're good.
Yeah.
And. Then,
clearly, there hasn't been a Predalien yet because that thing is fierce.
Dude, I hope. How did they make 2 Alien versus Predator movies? Wait, did they do it?
Yeah, that's the main bad guy of the second one.
Oh, shit. I mean, it was too dark. I didn't even notice it.
He's massive.
I don't know if I've seen Requiem.
Think of a predator's mouth with the mandibles and the alien
Does the
mouth.
little alien mouth have the
Shit.
mandibles?
I think so.
Nice.
I guess that's on the list for our commentary.
These movies are fucking awesome. No, the first one I do really enjoy. The second one isn't as
I just remember
nearly
that
as
first
good.
one. I don't know.
I saw
there's
the first
that
one in theaters.
Scene, there's that one scene where the Predator does a ninja flip and just stabs the queen in the side of the head.
Yeah,
with
it's
his
awesome.
bow staff.
Yeah.
Oh, me and my friends were like, oh hell yes.
Yeah, or where it catches the face hugger. Well, one of them it just cuts it in half, and the other one,
Yep.
the little one, jumps out and he just takes his thumb and just
And
breaks
snaps
its
its
neck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sweet
I mean,
as fuck.
I saw the first one in theaters because it was PG-13,
Me
and
too.
I was young enough at the time. And then the second one, I just never saw. Maybe that's on the list for commentary. We got a
I still
list
don't know how
already.
because
that
there's
we're-
a kid with a chest burster. A kid dies from a chest burster, and he has no idea what the fuck any of it is. He's just walking through the forest.
and he was in the theater, and he was like, "Oh God." No, I think that Requiem is on our list for commentaries. I know we're already planning.
I've already got
stuff,
my
but-
own.
Anyway, back to the point.
Yeah.
These poor listeners are.
Yeah, I just said all the things I thought about Alien 3.
Right.
But I'll add that it also sounds I don't know, it doesn't sound like there's a lot of action, if that makes sense. It sounds like there's a lot of I don't know how to put
Tunnels.
it. Drawing out of action. like lead. It sounds like there's a lot of lead up,
Right.
build up,
I get
and
where
then
you're
and then not a lot of. And honestly, I mean that's an Alien thing. Like there is a lot of build up. There is a lot of tension. So that's a minus, but not a minus, if that makes sense. Like it's like, oh, that's part of it, but whatever. For Predator 2, it sounds like it sounds fucking stupid. I'm not gonna lie, dude. It sounds ridiculous. But one of the things that I do like about it is the fact that it just based off of like I legitimately like about it is you talking about how the Predators come out at the end. And they're like, hey, there's more. I like the whole basis of the Predator franchise seemed to have been building towards more of a universe, whereas the Alien franchise seems to be building more towards of a story. If that makes sense.
No,
like
I actually
Predator Alien is like, Ripley and Alien. That's what we do. And then Predator even is like, oh, hey, let's throw a xenomorph in there too. Oh, also 3 other Predators just fucking come out of a ship and they're like, oh, hey, you killed one of us or whatever. Peace out. Adrian Brody's going to come back and he's going to deal with us. Like that kind of, I'll take that. I mean, especially because it was in the 90s and then we didn't even get another one until years and years later. I like that, the balls of that being like, hey, no, we're building a universe. I like the Predator balls.
They also have them.
And also,
the mandibles.
I mean, it just
Mandibles.
the whole movie sounds fucking ridiculous. Mandibles.
I mean, really, the ridiculousness is just because the setting's different.
Yeah, no, and I mean, what I'm gonna say is, I mean, at the end of the day, I got Alien 3. Steve, you saw Alien 3, and Charlie, you saw Predator
2. Predator.
And I'm gonna have to go with Gary Busey and the FBI. Like Predator 2. Like I feel like that's the movie that I would rather see. The thing is, it's one of those where I want to watch them both.
Right.
But I think that if I was putting a list together of movies that I would watch, Predator 2 would be above Alien 3.
Fair enough.
And that's where I land on Predator 2. So that's why I picked Predator 2. Because it sounds absolutely ridiculous. I think we kind of mentioned it beforehand where there's that sweet spot of a movie trying to be good, but it's not that good, and then a movie that's like not really trying to be good, but then it's like bad, but it's still kind of good. And I think that's where Predator 2 lies. Like Predator 2 sounds like it's bad, but you enjoy yourself, and then Alien 3 kind of sounds like it's trying its best to be good, but it's not really that good.
That's where we're going. Makes sense.
So I mean, I'll go with you first, Steve. Like the way how do you feel about Alien 3?
It was so fucking boring.
Yep. Okay. Honestly, I mean, you did your damnedest to doing what you did, but it sounded kind of boring.
I mean, Sigourney Weaver was easily the highlight. Like there was just so much of this, like this weird, oh my god, we're 25 men in this thing, and we are going to rape her.
I was about to say we're 25 men and 1 woman.
Yeah, and then the guy's like, you should keep her in the med bay. Like she's not allowed walking out in the halls. I'm like, you're gonna fucking tell Ripley not to walk around? Like no one tells Ripley what to do.
No one puts Ripley in the corner.
Yeah. But the movie was like without credits, like 2 hours and 15 minutes,
okay.
And there was all of the time spent trying to fucking chase down I was like, oh my god, like you know how I write notes. I have one page,
I actually noticed that you have is that even a full page?
It's 1 page back and front.
Oh,
I was not feeling well this whole weekend, so like part of it was like rather than like every scene, it was just like, well, we're still in tunnels, just like tunnel. Like I'm not just gonna write in tunnels like 50 times.
So there were a lot of tunnels.
So many tunnels.
Like an ant farm.
Yes.
Huh.
Like it's
like
all
alien ant farm.
Oh my god.
Oh, I wasn't thinking that.
That's amazing.
Charlie, I mean, God, what would you do without somebody like me on this podcast? You would have never gotten that joke.
No,
Definitely wouldn't have.
but then the guy.
We
the
made like
guys-
10 fucking alien ant farm jokes on this goddamn podcast.
and the whole group is like really
Well, I mean,
religious.
when we were talking about Star Wars, just, you ask Annie if he's okay.
Anyway, no, but there's just so much time. Like I was just bored. Like I was waiting for anything to happen. So much of this movie.
You're like, where's that alien fucking Ripley scene? So I can
No.
So I can figure out whether or not I should put my dick away.
Wow. But I don't.
He doesn't deny it.
I hate you so much. It was just so much dead air of them being like, okay, so we're gonna trap it here, and just like 10 minutes of them like
Half of
putting
those-
down the flammable
Flipping latches.
Yeah.
I was gonna say half of those tunnel scenes of them just walking through a tunnel with no sound and just in real time walking to the end of the tunnel.
I don't know if this would. I don't know if I should have said this to make this funny, but there's like a scene where this guy sits down and he's like, "Hey guys, what's going on?" And they're like, "Oh, nothing bad, except this guy smells so bad." Like I thought they were trying to do a joke, but they were like, "This guy smells so bad, we don't want to work with him." And like, and I thought it was them just trying to cover that they were talking about Ripley, because she's there and like everyone's kind of talking about what they would do to her, which is kind of weird.
I was gonna say that.
And like that was super uncomfortable that they were doing that. But like these two guys were talking, and I think they were talking a little bit about her. But this guy comes up and talks to him. And was like, "What are you guys talking about?" Like, "Oh, we're just talking about how we don't want to work with this guy anymore because he smells." And like they just never address it. I thought like at some point they were gonna be like, "Oh, just kidding or joking or whatever," but no, they just ripped on this dude for like.
What did that guy say? Was it just like?
He was just like,
He's like, yeah, I do kind of smell like shit, don't I?
I was just like, just staring at him, and I was like, I don't understand. And that's the guy
He was
that,
just staring at him as he was rubbing shit all over
and
his
that's
body.
but and that's the guy that ends up letting the xenomorph out later.
Oh my god, what a piece
Makes
of
sense.
shit.
So it was just a really weird scene. Like overall, just super forgettable.
Yeah.
There, like the scene, like the scenes with Ripley, super cool. Like the stuff that she was doing was cool, but then there was a lot of them like, oh, let's talk about these guys for a minute.
That's so disappointing because Alien and Aliens are so good, like on their own right. I mean, I know you haven't seen them, Steve, but Charlie, you can kind of confirm. Alien 1 is like one of the greater horror movies. Like just so fucking
It's good stuff.
tension, like stress, like. There are like scary moments too. Like I remember, her going through the tunnel, and then just the light comes on, and you see the xenomorph sitting there, and you're like, "Oh fuck!"
In this movie, there's a lot of CGI xenomorph that looked real bad. Like
That's
real
something. I mean,
bad.
from a distance, you can do a CGI, especially in that time, from a distance. But I'm assuming not from a distance.
There's a lot of pretty up close. I think the only time that I think that they used practical effects was there's a scene
it was
where
Ripley.
she's in the med bay talking to the guy before she knows that she's impregnated or facehuggered, and the xenomorph kills that guy by just mouthing his forehead.
Yeah.
And she's on the ground like crying, and then there's that famous scene where she's like looking away, and the xenomorph is like right, and the mouth comes right at her face, and then it runs away, and that's like the first clue of maybe she's got one.
Yeah, it's
There's a baby on
but
board.
It's kind of crazy because like I said, the first one's like a great horror sci-fi original movie, and then
I would actually
sci-fi SYFY.
That's just SYFY.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So sci-fi original, no. And then the second one is like, I mean, it's a totally different kind of movie. That shit's just a fucking
That
action.
one I've seen way less.
It's just an action movie. Like they just are like, oh, there's multiple. I mean, the classic story goes James Cameron just walked into a production studio and wrote Alien on a like whiteboard, and then put an S with a dollar sign as a dollar sign, and he was just like, there you go. And like, oh shit. And I mean, props to James Cameron. That motherfucker knows how to make a sequel. I mean, Terminator 2 and Aliens are like two of the best sequels.
Just wait till Avatar
ever.
too.
Yeah, Avatar. That's what I tell people. I'm
Just,
like, Avatar.
just keep waiting.
No,
I'm probably- yeah.
If you listen to Three Wise, they talk about Avatar anytime some kind of news comes out, and it's pretty funny. Nobody gives a shit about Avatar.
Correct.
But that's what I've said. I was like, man, he said Avatar 2, so Avatar 2 is probably going to be good
Yeah,
compared
what about
to the first
3,
one.
4, and 5 though?
Yeah, those don't matter. He only does first sequels. And those are
However,
good.
Tyler, I will say that I would like to like watch this movie with you, or at least talk to you after you watch it, see how you felt about it.
The thing is, I mean, I picked Predator 2 over it, but it's kind of weird because I love the mythology of Alien a lot more, but like I said, I feel like with Predator 2, they at least tried to set up this whole mythos a lot more, even with just that ending. Whereas Alien,
It's not just the ending too. Like throughout when he's killing the big leaders and stuff, it shows him like cleaning off their skull and spine and putting it up on the board with like the other ones.
yeah,
and
well,
stuff.
I mean, even at the end of the day, like, I mean, Alien Resurrection came out after Predator 2. Even Alien 3 did. Like, neither of those movies referenced Predator at all, whereas Predator, I don't know if they got like the go ahead from, I don't know if they own, like, whoever the production company owns the same rights or what. I don't know if they were just like, oh, hey, that'd be funny if we put a xenomorph skull on the wall.
Yeah.
Let's do that. But I don't know, I feel like Predator tried to build more of a open scale universe of like, hey, predators are a thing across everything. So much so that they kill these xenomorphs from Alien. You know these motherfuckers? And then Alien is more of like, oh, hey, this is the story we're telling. And just now they're kind of, since Prometheus, they're like, oh, hey, let's try to
Create a bigger story.
create a story of how the xenomorphs became and what's going on with that. Which I don't fault, but if I would pick the two off of like just the thing, I'd be more interested in Predator 2. And that's why, yeah. So Predator 2, what do you got,
Real thoughts.
Chuck? Real thoughts on that?
Action wise, it's the exact opposite of Steve's. It's like Transformers level action.
Oh shit!
Yeah, there's a fuck ton, like so much. Constantly, cars are blowing up and people are getting cut in half, and like. It's pretty ridiculous.
I'm just imagining the background of all scenes, cars are just exploding
Just
while people are
about.
talking.
Just the Danny McBride character from Tropic Thunder, just like blowing shit up
Yes.
constantly.
But no,
Funny because Dan McBride's in the new Alien movie.
it was entertaining. I mean, it's worth watching for sure. It's fun.
Yeah. Would you? So you've seen?
It's not as good as the first one, but that's the first one.
Yeah,
so,
you're not gonna. I mean, Aliens isn't as good as Alien. Like it's not. Would you say that? Have you seen Predators?
Yes.
How do you feel about?
I've only seen that once and in theaters a long time ago, and I remember just being like, "What? Okay." I mean, I wasn't
You
like,
weren't
"Fuck
really-
this movie."
but you weren't
I
really
think.
into it. Would you? Would
I
you
don't-
think? Do you
honestly,
think
I
you're
barely
more?
remember it.
Do you think you're more into Predator 2 than?
I mean, I guess I had more hopes for Predators, but I had
Yeah.
already known. Like, I already knew most. I had seen most of Predator 2 before.
Alrighty. Well, Predator 2. Let me just move over here to the old computer. Predator 2 is at a 25% on Rotten Tomatoes out of 24.
quarter.
Out of 24 reviews, 6 of them are fresh and 18 rotten. We've got undeniably bad, but sort of a nice try. I've got overall it's a timid and inferior follow-up to the more exciting predecessor, but it does strive for new ideas. That's a rotten review, but I feel like that's kind of what I said, where it's like, hey, this is trying to do a whole universe. Like that's
What I'll give this movie is that it wasn't a bad movie, where it didn't seem like a cash grab, which is surprising that they were just like, just put in whatever junk story. It's like, it did seem like I mean, the story is cohesive, or coherent, at least.
yeah.
Sure.
It makes sense. This war is getting so big that it's another hotspot for a predator who knows, it could be like one of the student ones or something. It's like, all right, we're going to send you down to this zone, kill all the main people, prove yourself, then we'll come pick you up and you can join like our higher ranks. Because that's like what they talk about in AVP. Remember with like,
Yeah.
the Aztecs, go down here, kill all these xenomorphs. And then it's their
Yeah,
training
and
ground
then,
essentially. Like, prove
and then
yourself.
Maybe we just need to do commentary of both AVPs now.
Again, I told you I already have my own.
Your own commentary.
Where- it's weird because he actually plays 5 people.
He just
It's like those movies where someone sings all the different parts of a song, except he does 5 different commentary people and has a conversation.
Well,
I pretend to be the director. I pretend.
and he listens to it every single time he watches any Alien or Predator related property.
Yep.
He's just like, yeah, no, I agree. Wow, you're so smart.
So insightful.
Rarely does a sequel outdo its predecessor in every way. Predator 2 is one of that rare breed.
Please tell me that's a positive review.
It's a positive review, yes. And Charlie, how do you feel about something that is a bold statement?
It definitely doesn't beat it in cast.
And if he makes, I mean,
Whoa.
I know you're.
Oh God, yeah, Carl Weathers and
Jesse Ventura.
That's
I ain't got
one.
time to bleed.
And then I mean, there's another one here that says better than the first.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. But it's just different. I mean,
well then, okay, you'll get this one. This is a positive review, and I think this is not better, but more
accurate,
less ridiculous. This one says gets a bad rap, but actually a pretty good sci-fi sequel.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah. One negative review is completely forgettable. Another is
No, there are scenes I remember from my childhood.
These are burned into my brain.
Another one is half as taught and twice as dumb. Undeniably bad, but sort of a nice try. Gritty, entertaining, and action-packed follow-up.
I mean, I guess gritty because it's in a city. But
Dude, it's so fucking urban.
it is. Literally.
And then Alien 3 is at a 44%. So it's actually it's pretty close to the.
I started watching it last night, and I was like, I need to just go to bed and watch this tomorrow because I will fall asleep during this.
And that's out of it's a 5. Oh, I didn't say it's about Predator 2, so I'll go back real quick. Predator 2 had an average 4.6 out of 10. Alien 3 has a 5.4 out of 10. And the reviews, 45 reviews, 20 fresh, 25 rotten. And let's see here, we got bold and haunting is a positive review. A negative review, we got good acting has salvaged many a poor script in the past, but not here.
The only person that I would say was a good actor. Well, there was one main guy that was kind of like their chaplain. He was a good actor.
Charlie Chaplin?
No. He was a good actor, and so was Ripley, as well as the guy who was the chief medical officer. Because the medical officer was there, but he was originally incarcerated there, and it's because he became a doctor and was so excited. He did a 12-hour rotation in the emergency room. Was so excited he went out and got really drunk, and he got called back in because a big accident happened. And he killed like 11 people by misdiagnosing painkillers. And that scene where he admits that was pretty good.
Is that just as a pharmacist you thought that was?
No, I just thought it was because his acting during that confession was good.
Another rotten review is barely watchable and not especially enjoyable. A positive review, we got a large step down from the original 2 films. The third is still entertaining and iconic.
I would not say iconic. Like I said, the problem with this movie is like calling it so bad. I guess fine, but like most of all, I'd be like, I don't have any. Like it was just so blah. Like, just nothing was going on.
I kind of like... I understand this rotten review, and it kind of comes full circle, I guess, with the whole alien stuff. It's a rotten review. It says, too conceptually disjointed to live in the imagination after it's over, like its predecessors.
I get that.
So I get that.
This was more about, like, keeping it away from the company.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I get that as far as, I mean,
this would have been an amazing, like, 10-minute indie short.
Well, yeah, and to live in the imagination after it's over, like, I mean, the first 2 Alien movies, like, that's kind of like, oh, hey, shit, these aliens. So,
and
yeah,
also in this movie, 25 of the 26 people in it, you don't give a they're all rapists and murderers. Like, who cares if Xenomorph just goes buck wild on this place?
How would you feel about seeing Alien Covenant now that you've seen this movie?
I wasn't opposed to seeing Alien Covenant before.
I'd probably see Prometheus first, though.
At least.
Okay.
Yeah, at the very least, I would. We'll probably talk about that on the next cast. I'm sure. I hope that I will say. I know I'm late to the party, and I'm not seeing Guardians of the Galaxy until the day after this is being recorded. So tomorrow to you two. But yeah, I plan on seeing Covenant soon. I'm sure Charlie, you as well.
Yeah.
Like that's more of a the thing is that whole AVP universe, like, which I feel like now just hearing from, Predator 2, I feel like it was created from Predator. Like, the AVP universe was a Predator thing, and then they made comics off of it.
Yeah.
And they were like, hey, we could probably make money off of it if we made this a movie. And they made money off of it. So, like, let's make a sequel. And they didn't make money off of that. So they're like, well, fuck this franchise. Even though that's a dope concept. Like, you got these two, like, insane.
It sound like they probably just phoned it in.
Honestly,
just, like, put some Xenomorphs, some Predators. It'll take care of itself.
On it. Oh shit! I just hit my mic. Honestly, if it would have been Aliens and Predator 2, and then that's all we got from both franchises, and then they made AVP, I feel like it would have been more of a like, oh shit, because Predator ended after Predator 2 until Predators come 2010 or whatever. Alien continued because it at least had Resurrection after Alien 3.
Yeah.
So like that like contained story still happened, whereas then we waited until 2000 whatever for AVP, and we were like, oh.
It probably would have just been better if it would have come out
in the 90s.
No, later to
Never.
Later, once established universes was a more common thing, and then realizing you put a little more heft into a little more effort and probably build something even bigger, make like fucking 5 movies.
I think it would have probably been better if they worked both sides to establish the full universe before they did AVP. Whereas Predator 2 is the only one out of the two that tries to build it.
Like have like a Predator extermination squad at the end of one of the films,
or
like swoop in and save the day.
Or at least it sounds dumb, but like something stupid like a xenomorph vomiting up a predator bone or something like that. You know what I mean? Like something just simple like that, where it's like, oh hey, this is also, we acknowledge this as well. Like just something dumb like that. I mean, yeah. You still had people making universes at that point. You got the View Askew universe that was the like first cinematic.
Really?
That I can think of. Can you think of a cinematic universe before View Askew? Like that's the.
I don't know. Hitchcock was in all his movies.
Yeah, but they weren't in this. They weren't in the same universe though. He was just always Hitchcock in his own movies.
Yeah.
Just like
he's a world hopper.
Just like what's his name? King. Stephen King. There we go. He's in a lot of his own movies. He was in that movie that we saw. What was the one where the machines took over? Maximum Overdrive. Yeah, he's in the very start of that movie.
I love that movie.
And the ATM tells him, like, go fuck yourself or something. He's like, huh?
And that dude gets his face punched in with a soda can. I love that part.
Oh, man, that movie was insane. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. But other than that, go see Alien Covenant if you want to.
Maybe. Unless it's shit.
Yeah, we'll talk about it the next cast. I'm sure at least Charlie or me or one of us will see it and we'll have something to say about it. But that was the inspiration of this cast. Again, yes. Predator 2 won out over Alien 3. So that's a mark in the win for Charlie's book. Anybody who's keeping score, that's what I'm just saying it for. I don't know if anybody is. We aren't. So
yet around closing in on the end of the year, we'll have to scramble and put
last
together.
year I kept score last year. I came
didn't.
back and I told you guys, I was like, hey, well, I just went back to the episodes and I was like, oh, I remember.
Oh,
this
well, I
person,
know you
this
did
per-
that. But
Yeah, and I was like, this movie won, so that means this person won. So I you know, we did that. But other than that, do you guys have anything to add about anything?
Nope.
Like,
Nope.
what do we have to? What do we got to plug? We got 3Ys,
Always,
3Ys Media.
Solo.
Yeah.
Good.
Shout outs to them. 3Ys Radio is the Sexy Cousin podcast that is on the same network, 3Ys Media. Well, we want to give a shout out to Good Bad or Bad Bad.
Of course, I was just gonna
Yeah.
bring that up. I thought you had something going
Yeah.
with the 3Ys, but still.
So yeah, shout out to Good Bad or Bad Bad. Their YouTube channel, they do bad movies as well, and they focus on one, and they just talk about it until they decide whether or not it's good bad or bad bad. And it's a lot of fun. It's a full like hour or something, and it's great. They edited
Real
it well.
good.
They do whatever. What else do you got? YouTube channel, 3Ys Media, Movie Versus Podcast at Gmail, Twitter, Facebook. Is there anything else, you guys? Am I missing anything?
Always Jeremy for the theme song.
Jeremy Lamb for the theme song.
And Scott Blackwell
Yeah.
for our logos.
Correct. Yep. Thank you to both of them.
that's it. I
Yeah.
think.
Is that all?
Sounds
Are we
like it's
good?
me.
All right. Well, if that's the case, then
Talk to you guys next week.
yeah. Make sure to 3Ys is out on Mondays or Tuesdays now. Tuesdays, and then we're out on Thursdays, which you should probably know if you're listening to us. I hope so. And if not, just subscribe to us. Leave a rate and review us on iTunes if you're listening to us on iTunes. Other than that, bye.
Movie Versus is a production of 3Ys Media. For more information, check us out on Facebook.